Alright, so this is the rowing machine. Just going to talk about a couple of the different features on the rowing machine to help you use it. So first thing is going to be the fan wheel here. So if you look on the side of the wheel, you have these numbers going from 1 through 10. That's your damper setting. Basically, it has to do with the resistance that you feel. When you're starting out, and in general, you don't need to have it way up at a 10. Between a 3 and a 4 is kind of the best place to have it when you're first starting out, and then even after that. It most closely mimics the water, and it's the easiest way to get a good workout, good resistance, and helps you with endurance at the same time. Then over here, we've got your monitor. So I'm going to show you some of the different workouts you can do on the monitor. So if you want to go to the home menu, you just hit menu. So here we go. So I'm on the main menu. You have a couple different options. If you don't want to set anything up and you just want to go for it, you hit just row and you're ready. If you want to actually pick something like intervals or a set distance, go to select workout. You have a couple different lists here. So you go to your standard list. It has some basic distances that you can go through, or a really good workout to do is 500-meter intervals with 1 minute of rest. The machine keeps track of everything for you. Going back, there's a custom list. This has a lot more intervals on here that you can go through. Just fool around, see if you like them. And then the last thing that you can do is new workout. So you can pick a single distance or time, or you can set up your own intervals however you want. If you want them to vary, you can make a pyramid workout on here, and it allows you to set all that up. It's pretty basic with the prompts. I think anybody, you should be able to figure it out once you actually get to that screen. If you have a workout that you've done in the past and you liked, you can go to re-row, and it'll pick from the list of every workout that's been done in the last month, and you can pick a workout and set up for you. And then the last thing I'll talk about, when we go to just row, and I'll show you the display. So if you look at the display here, you have a few different things we're looking at. If you want to change how the display looks, just hit the display button. And there's a few different options that you can fool around with. This is the screen I use most of the time. It's going to give me kind of my information for each stroke that I'm rowing, but it'll also give me an average for whatever workout I'm doing. I'll talk more about the numbers later once we start rowing. It'll make more sense, but this is what your basic options are. And then you can change the units if you want to go by calories or watts. You can go through all of those. Alright, so I'm going to go through the basic rowing stroke. I'm going to start out with just rowing normally so you can see what it should look like. So you can break down the stroke into two basic phases. So you have your drive phase as you're coming back, and you have your recovery as you're going forward. The drive is when you're actually rowing, right? And recovery is when you're catching your breath, getting ready for the next stroke as you're going in. And so as you're coming back, I'll start at the finish, which is what this is called. It's when you're getting ready to go into your recovery phase. And basically, your recovery is going to be the exact reverse motion of what your drive looks like. So if you can do one, you should be able to do the other. I'm going to start with the recovery and break down the stroke that way. So at the finish here, I'm sitting with my legs straight. I've got my back at about an angle at maybe 1 o'clock on the clock face. Everything's straight, my wrists are straight. From here, my arms are going to go away. Elbows are straight, wrists are straight. Then I'm going to bring my body into it. So now I'm leaning maybe from 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock on the clock face. And then I'm going to start bringing in my legs. And when I get up to the end of the recovery, this is called the catch. My shins are at about a 90-degree angle. Arms are straight. My fingers are pretty relaxed. And then I can start my drive. So I'm just going to reverse that motion. So I'm going to start by driving with the legs. Once my hands get to about my knees, I'm going to start leaning back with the body, and then you finish with the arms. So, looks like this, again. That's a basic rowing stroke. A good way to work on your technique is to do a warm-up, and you break each part of the rowing stroke into single phases and warm up each body part. So starting with the arms, I'm sitting in the finished position. I'm ready to warm up for my workout. I'm going to start with arms only rowing. So nice and easy, I'm just bringing the handle into my rib cage. Do anywhere from 10 to 30 repetitions just like this. And then I'm going to start doing arms and body rowing. So arms are away, and then I'm going to bring in the body, keeping my legs straight, feeling your back, initiating and then finishing with the arms. Next I'm going to add in about half of the leg slide. So coming up, bending the legs just a little bit. And then you're ready to start your full stroke. So I'm going to go all the way up and drive. And basically you're just taking each of those individual movements and you're blending them together. So you can start with them isolated, blend together until you have a nice fluid stroke. So I'll talk about some of the common mistakes that people make when they're rowing, just some basic ones. If you work on these, I'll give you some drills again that you can maybe work on to improve your technique on the rowing machine. The better your technique is, the better the workout's going to be. A lot of the mistakes, they may not be a huge deal. There's a couple of them that can start to cause discomfort in your low back or something like that if you do them over time in all of your workouts. So I'll start with the arms and work my way down. So starting with the arms, some of the most common mistakes I see people making: over gripping the handle. So you see right here, if I'm rowing like this, it's just kind of awkward, it's not very efficient. You want to have nice straight wrists. My fingers are pretty loosely gripped over the handle. I'm not clamping down on it. And everything stays nice and straight. If you catch yourself over gripping the handle, you know, a couple things you can do. Work on during the recovery phase, just kind of move your fingers around, encourage yourself to loosen the grip, double check that your wrists are nice and straight. Another mistake that people make a lot of the time is they try to muscle the handle with their arms, so they break their arms at the catch or break the elbow. So instead of keeping nice straight arms for the beginning, they break their arms right at the beginning of the stroke. Your shoulders are tight. Again, it's just not effective. You're wasting a lot of your energy, and you're going to get tired before you can get that good of a workout. So keep the shoulders nice and relaxed from the beginning to the end of the stroke. And the last one is chicken wing. So bringing your elbows and your shoulders way up high, rowing kind of like this. Just super tense. You're going to start getting tight up in your shoulders. It might be uncomfortable for your neck. So work on just keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Keeping your elbows down more towards a 45-degree angle. To work on this, again, you can do the arms only rowing to help improve your technique with your upper body. The other thing that you can do is pausing your stroke at the finish and looking at where your arms are. So I'm pausing, looking where I am, and you just work on checking your position, maybe during your warm-up or if you just want to work on your technique. With the torso, so moving on, a couple mistakes I see with the torso. It's going to be reaching too far at the catch. It's like you're trying to get every inch of stroke that you can, and you get to the front, and you're just reaching really, really far. You don't need to do that. kind of like I mentioned earlier, your body swing is just going to be going from 10 to 1. Nice and easy. You don't need to try to reach really far. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, leaning too far back. You start doing that, you can start getting some discomfort in your low back, putting a lot of pressure on the joints back there. So just hang out from 10 to 1. And again, the workout that you can do, you can work on just that arms and body rowing, getting comfortable with that body swing. Moving on to the legs. Some of the big issues I see with the legs. The first one is going to be called shooting the slide. So this is a big one where people start to feel a lot of strain in the low back. So this is one you want to work on. Make sure you're not doing. You get up to the front here, you shoot your butt back, and then you finish the entire stroke using just your low back and your arms. So it puts a lot of strain on your back. So again, when we get here, you want to focus on starting with the legs and then finishing with the arms and the body. Kind of like a deadlift. The other one that I see is rushing the slide. So you get to the finish here, you're on your recovery phase, and you slide up. So what that does, it throws off your rhythm. It doesn't give you a lot of time in between strokes to catch your breath. And you're just going to, again, get tired out before you've been able to get much of a workout. Some things you can do with that. Work on counting your strokes. So counting the amount of time you're spending on each phase. Your recovery phase should be a little bit longer than your drive phase. So if I spend 1 second on my drive, try to count to 2 or 3 during your recovery. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. And work on your ratio. And then the last mistake I'll talk about, which probably should have gone in the arm section, but it has to do with bringing your knees up before your arms are over them. So you'll see people rowing like this. Again, it's just inefficient. You're going to have the best stroke when the chain here stays pretty level throughout the whole rowing motion. So if you're struggling with that, you might need to just break it down into the individual sections again. Remember, you start with the arms, then the forward lean. You don't bend your knees until you've already leaned forward. And it's just the reverse on the way back. Start straightening out the knees, and then lean back and finish with the arms. Try not to bring your handle way up, or bring your handle up and over the knees. So that's it. I don't think I talked about it in the video. I'm going to talk about it now. Last thing, how you should have your hands. I talked about the wrists, and I talked about your grip being pretty loose, but you want to have palms down, so we're not rowing like this. It's pretty inefficient. Kind of put some strain on your elbow. Just go palms down, wrist straight. Nice, easy grip. And when you're done, good housekeeping. If you have sweat, wipe it off. But no matter what, grab some Windex and a paper towel and just wipe down the slide. And that's it. That's all you have to do after you're done using it. But just wipe down the slide. Only with Windex, not with the other general cleaners.